Hello, everybody. What's going on? Okay, got a few things I want to say. Why this tea was always so shaky. I wanted to. I got a few things to say about the Lyn Leahz video this morning. Lyn Leahz, this to you. I subscribed to you and desubscribed to you a whole bunch of times. You have a right to believe whatever you want, but but if you're pervading false, doctrine or enemy propaganda on purpose, then you're in the wrong. You should know that. If you actually believe everything you're saying, then that's one thing. But if you know something else and you're saying whatever you're saying, then you're in the wrong. It's not right. So I got a few things I want to say to you about that video. Okay, the video starts off with a story about how the lady was in the Masonic club, working in the Masonic club there. And the Secret Service agent, told her some stuff. And his eyes turned black, okay? This is basically the same thing that happens to me, When I try to speak to people, a wall comes over them. I'll speak to them for a few minutes, then a wall will come over them, and they will glare at me, with some kind of strange look in their eyes, Not necessarily their eyes turn black, but a wall comes up, basically, And then it's like I'm not even there, okay? That's it. That's the program virus. This is what I believe, okay? I don't have all the answers. That's what I believe. That is the program virus. That's the vile spirits of Jehovah. You understand? All right, so let me say a few things. Like I say, you're entitled to believe whatever you want. Believe whatever you want. Well, I'm going to tell you what I believe, Okay? Lynn, you know who I am, okay? You know who I am. I know you know who I am. All right. There's millions and millions of people that are aware of me. Millions. Native Americans are aware of me. The Muslims are aware of me. All politicians are aware of me. All my stars, all celebrities, movie stars, rock stars, all these people are aware of me. Putin's aware of me. North Korea is aware of me. All over the world, the people are aware of me. So if all these people are aware of me, it stands to reason that you're aware of me then, Okay. So that's my explanation of what happens when people appear to be possessed. That's the virus, It's the virus. Okay. Now you talked about Israel. Okay. Israel is a puppet state inhabited by a hybrid race. It is just an excuse created to launder funds stolen from the American taxpayer, okay? And to facilitate the world domination plans and depopulation plans and to kill all the Gentiles and to establish military bases there and planes there and all that shit. That's what it is, okay? Now, like I said before, basically everyone is a hybrid race at this point. Yes, Gentiles, were one of the original inhabitants. But there's also hybrid races that achieved salvation in the past and returned from exile with us. Understand? So what happened was these people in Dulce Bay probably were aware of every single original hybrid race that returned from, or actually imprisoned, because we didn't really return anywhere because we're all imprisoned. But so what they did is they created a hybrid race of all these original races and then defiled their bloodlines. That's what they did. And that's what they're still doing. Okay. All right. So then you talk about what Jesus said. And in the Bible, I know the Bible very well because I wrote it. It says, and he came and looked for believers and found none. Okay, this is actually true because there's no believers here. You understand? Yes, there's all kinds of people that are aware of me and have found faith in me and blah, blah, blah. But we're all trapped in fractal matrix realities. And that's why none of these people ever come here, because they're in different frequencies or whatever, or different, trapped in different quantum matrices, fractal matrices. But that's not really necessarily true. I believe that some people can come here. They just choose not to, All right. So how can you find faith in the earth? Because the earth does not exist. All right. What we believe to be the earth is a hijacked reality of what my original creation was on Mars, And then the people came and then imprisoned us, put our bodies in pods, and then trapped our consciousnesses in these fractal matrices. All right. So we're all imprisoned. Our bodies are all in pods, and we're still on Mars. You understand? We're still on Mars, or Ceres, or Titan, or wherever your pod is. We're still there, but our mind, we believe we're on some place called Earth that really doesn't exist. You understand? Okay. So how could you find faith in a place that does not exist? That's impossible. You can't. Okay, so then you talk about God. Okay, first of all, God as abbreviation it stands for guardian of domain. Okay. Who are the guardians of the domain? That's the Greys and the reptilian people and the other slave masters that lord over us. Okay. That have trapped us, that have put our bodies in the pods, that are in charge of the pods, that are in charge of the matrix, whatever, and strive to exploit us as much as they possibly can as a human resource, and to confuse us as much as they can, and to bamboozle us as much as they can. And that's what it is. All right. Now you talk about the church. Okay. The church is a machine created with sacred geometry. That's why they have steeples, but not all have steeples, but they have bells. Okay. The bells probably work as the same as the steeples. Okay. It's made out of certain iron, steel configuration, whatever. So it works as an antenna. You understand? So basically, when you go in a church and you pray, and then, like, let's say the black churches or other churches where they raise the energy and everybody dances around and freaks out. Okay, that's to create energy. Now, that energy that's created is sent up to the grid that imprisons us. Do you understand? So that energy is utilized by the Greys and the reptilians to imprison us, or for whatever they deem they want to use it for. Do you understand? Okay. So not only when you go to church are you exploited that way, they take your money too. So you're paying to get exploited when you go to church. You're paying to get exploited, what you're doing. Okay. And then when you repeat all the sayings and the songs, they're all incantations to inhabit you with the program virus, the vile spirits of Jehovah. All right. And also, when you drink the wine, it opens your crown. And when you take the accursed host, you're taking the vile spirits of Jehovah into your body. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So, well, let's say a person. Okay, I'm, regular person. I go to church. I don't know any of this shit. and I'm just in the process of getting exploited. So I go to church and I say, I pray to God. First of all, what are you praying to? Okay, you don't know the name of this God. You don't know what this God looks like. You don't really know shit about this God. Say, oh, it's some God. It's just a shining cloud in the sky or whatever. Okay. So you don't know what you're praying to. All right. That's all done on purpose. Okay. So you're giving your energy to something that you're not aware of what you're giving it to. And it's being utilized by greys and reptilians. All right. All right. Now, this bullshit about a Jesus person is going to return after a certain amount of time. Okay, first of all, Jesus translates to Joshua, and Christ is not a name, it's a description. Christ is someone who dies to the world of flesh and their carnal desire, becomes worthy of and achieves ascension. That is a Christ, all right? So it's a description, it's not a name. So you have a translation of a name, came from Saint Jacob or Joshua, who's a saint. That's what they believe they based the character on. And then they added a description. So it's just a total massive confusion to exploit you. All right. So I have never left you. I've been all these people. I've been Abraham Lincoln. I've been Thomas Jefferson. I've been Adolf Hitler. I've been all these people, rock star people too. All these people. These people are my avatars. They're my descendants. They're my children. They are representations of me in some form or another. So I've never left you. I've constantly testified to you the whole time we've been in prison. You understand? All right. What else I want to say? Okay. Another thing I'd like to say, okay, there's no such thing as a concrete future. All right. So by you saying there's going to be wars and all this other shit, you're fear-mongering what you're doing. You know? You don't know the future. Do you have the capability to totally step out of linear time? No, I doubt it. Then you don't have the right to say anything about the future. You could say, you could speculate, but you can't confidently state what you believe. You're not even totally aware of the possibilities because you can't see them. So how could you? Oh, because some guy came and told me some shit. That's some Secret Service agent that most of these people are reptilians, and that they're inhabited with the virus too because they're a life form. There's really no life form. It's just we're just molecules and points of light, and we're just energy. That's all we are. You know. Like a table, you believe it's solid because it's press board. What's press board? Well, they compress molecules to make them move slower. You understand? So it appears solid. You know, that's what everything that's solid. It's compressed so that the molecules move slower, so that we believe it's solid. But there's nothing solid and there's nothing stationary. Everything's moving all the time. Okay. So I just want to say a few things. Obviously you have the right to say whatever you want, but if whatever you believe, that's fine. If that's what you believe, fine. That's what you believe. But if you're pervading, if you're a hybrid person and you're pervading these false illusions on purpose to confuse the people even more than they're already confused, then you're in the wrong. Okay. You're on the wrong side of righteousness. All right. All right. You know that, Lyn. I mean, you can't. No one can deceive me. It should be quite obvious by my testimony. You can't deceive me. Just because I post a video or something that the title is a scorch, if you decode it, it's a scorch, that doesn't mean shit because I already told everybody that every single video is a scorch. It's got some scorch in it. They're just so complicated that you have to know what they are. But just, now I just come to the point where I realize that every video is a scorch in some way or another. Otherwise, the Jews won't let them post it. It would not be posted because the Jews hate me. So they basically control the world. The hybrid race control the world. Reptilians and greys control the world. And I have positive factions of greys and reptilians on my side. But I believe there is, destructive factions as well, that are in the process of coming over to the correct side of righteousness, but maybe there may be some holdouts, All right, that's about it. I'm gonna let you go, but I wanted to say a few things about the video. That's what I believe. All right, Lynn. See you later. And the other lady, whoever you are, I didn't catch your name. See you later.